So what go on in Jamaica, I feel like I'm here the only person that try have the right set of conversation. Right? Because I notice we are going at Jamaica. It's this whole thing where citizen are turned upon citizen, the poor are turned upon the poor. And the Bible saying, as I've charged you to love each other as I love you. John 13 verse 34. A new command I give to you. Love one another as I have loved you. So I feel like me I try have the conversation around the world Jamaica. And the kind of conversation me I try to have because see a lot of people are trivialize it. But even tonight we are going to focus on because you see the major cause of what go on in Jamaica, tourism, a tourism. Major problem, the major problem with what they go on at Jamaica, the whole land grab and displacement of the citizen of the island. Right? If you follow the conversation we've been having, we talk about the conversation we have from over the past couple of weeks about from independence to emancipation. Now black people has never been given land, never been given the ability to create wealth, right? And we see, and I feel like this conversation, I hate when some people, especially the political class of Jamaica, who now try politicize it, or try trivialize it, and I make it look like, okay, majority of Jamaicans are just land thief. They just want thief people land, and them no want buy land. And as I said, it's a bigger problem because in the island you have up to 600,000 to 900,000 people living on what you call squatter land, right? And make no mistake about it, these people going to come for the land eventually. We see which part people are get moved off of land 30 years. We see which part 2 and 3 generations of Jamaica live on the land. We see which part the government not even uphold their own law because them have a law at Jamaica where say if you live on a piece of land undisturbed for over 12 years and you can claim the land. Basically, you go through the process and you make the land become yours, right? And we see which part people are getting moved off of land where they on land for 20 years and 30 years, right? And I feel like a lot of Jamaicans, this is why I constantly take out my phone and talking on my phone, and some people appreciate the conversation me have, and some people appreciate the context because we have to contextualize things, right? And as long as a lot of Jamaicans still feel like it is personal, and a lot of Jamaica feel like what's happening in Jamaica, it is bad mind. Because some people I say Andrew Holness bad mind them for them, and them a play the clip which for Andrew Holness I say me nah go bad mind nobody for them house, and I keep on coming over here and tell people it's a bigger picture. We have to remove this whole notion and this whole everything we equate to bad mind, alright? We have to look on things in its entirety and put things in the right context. A wise man say, everything have its place and every place have its thing. Everything have its place and every place have its thing. So we cannot put bad mind in a place which part bad mind no belongs. We cannot look upon what they go on at Jamaica and equate it to bad mind. Because what they go on at Jamaica, it's a more deep-rooted and a more systematical problem. So, from other day we are talking about the effects of slavery. I think we do a video the other night and we talk about in America they try to implement 40 acres and a mule. And so that's why enough black people joke about say, hey, we're still waiting on our 40 acres and a mule because it wasn't nationwide, but once they implement it, then the Confederate soldiers them go to war and say, you're not going to take away our land because land is wealth. I will tell you, say the black slave them was like, no, we work on this land, we slave on this land, and this land was promised to us for us to establish ourselves and build a life, right? We talk about even in England, a lot of the slave owners them after slavery abolished. Some of us are refreshing on memory. So we're not there for the nice and the hype. Just sit with me and make we educate some of you. Because the whole Cooper's pen at Jamaica it get minimized. It get categorized as PNP versus labor right. It get categorized as bad mind. See some people I say Andrew Holness, bad mind people for them house. We see all kind of trivial things. Alright? This is bigger than that. We live in our country, which part some people depend land for 20 years and 30 years and 40 years, however long. Which if you follow the letter of the law, that piece of land should be theirs. But the government now abide by that. We see which part the government go against rulings and judgments and even expose the state. Because so exposed is the state of Jamaica with the Cooper's pen debacle. We see a lawyer come out and said that this going to cost the state millions a dollar. Right? We see where a lawyer came out the other day and I said basically her name is attorney at law Arlene Nicholson, right? Arlene Coley Nicholson. I said that if this is allowed, and it should go to court. One, because God see injustice. And God said in the Bible, his ways is higher than your ways. So God have ways and means where you don't need to question. So even the man them, where the police them come take up, or get to no blessing. So you can't probably go buy a piece of land or turn on life around. Because God is a fair and just God. So what look like him same God plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Right? So what look like danger and look like the worst thing in at the moment can be the best thing that happen to a lot of these guys that get arrested by the police illegally, processed and put through the system just because they can. But anyway, we don't compound that. We want to try to break it down and put into context and say to the Jamaican people, too much of you trivialize something as important as this. Stop talking about the Prime Minister bad mind. Because you see, as long as you guys keep on trivialize this, them are going to realize, okay, these people are just ignorant. You can stay and trivialize and minimize something that is a deep-rooted problem. And at the root of everything in Jamaica, it is tourism. Let me say that. Let me tell you this. At the root of this, at the root cause of this, it is tourism. And the product of tourism. Jamaica go around the world and market tourism. Blessed love, man. Blessed love. I come for the one and two good people. We want to hear something, you know. You understand where I come from? Because I can only show up for the people who are willing to listen and people willing to learn. Because as long as we keep on trivialize something like this, then them no feel the need to change anything or do anything. And a matter of fact, them a laugh and get away with highway robbery. Because when you out there say the Prime Minister bad mind, or you out there say no, the true conversation is Jamaica getting taken advantage of. That's the conversation. No. Is Jamaican kindness getting taken advantage of? Is the people of Jamaica, because these investors see Jamaica as a investable place. And a lot of them will tell you, forget the hotel, forget the beaches. That is only a secondary part. But the major investment is the people. So we have to ask the question. Because remember, you know, parts of the Jamaica tourism model has taken advantage of the Jamaica people, you know. And this is a bigger conversation. Because make no mistake, what they go on to Jamaica is not unique to Jamaica. But they're going to require the Jamaican people to educate themselves, organize themselves, and people can set up charity. People can volunteer their time to bring the fight to the government. Because if you sit there and you say Andrew Holness bad mind and you trivialize, you see which part them go down and chill on it today and then push some farmers off of the beach, fishermen off of the beach, fishermen that's been making a livelihood off of those beaches for like 20 years and 30 years. Jamaica yes, Jamaican chat too much and don't no, but we have to educate them. We have to educate them and we get pushback. But a lot of people are comment on my videos and I say, you know, say somebody comment and say, you never know, say slave master get compensated for slavery. That's why we tell us say our people are get destroyed because of the lack of knowledge, you know. So we can't come on the battlefield, even though we know say you have the labor right vloggers and you have the PNP vloggers and everybody, and what them don't know, they make enough noise for drown out the meaningful conversation. Think about it. Many black people don't know that. Many Jamaicans don't know that after slavery, the colonizers was compensated for the loss of labor. A lot of them was compensated and was allowed to keep the riches. That's why the riches is still so saturated to the 1% in Jamaica. So when we come now, we see people equate Andrew Holness to bad mind and say Aris Chan bad mind and Daryl Vaz bad mind. Yeah, you can keep on saying all of that. I feel like Jamaica don't have no good journalists anymore. Because what we find with Cooper's pen, or what Cooper's pen should have done, is to start a national conversation. And it's not a conversation of poor me or these people are land thief, like how some people want to trivialize it. It's about, is the government following the letter of the law? Is the people in Jamaica have a say? Or is the people in Jamaica rights has been respected? What does it mean to be a Jamaican? Remember me tell you, say no man, we are going to see more Cooper's pen, and less than 2 days later, we see them go down a chiller on the beach and go push and go put up notice and tell people who live on a beach, who are make a week. Remember, the government come run you off a beach as a fisherman. So where you don't make your living. And when you look on the beach, as far as the eye can see, you know, a fishing boat, you know. And those fishing boats probably go out 2 to 3 times a week. So what going to be those fishermen source of income? So that's why when we come over here, we don't come as a labor writer, as a PNP, but we have the meaningful conversation and say, all right, let's break this down. Let's look at the root cause. And tonight we want to talk about the whole tourism and how tourism is structured. Because the tourism is structured to actually, what we find with tourism now, it is actually exploiting, if that's the right word. It is exploiting the Jamaican people kindness. Because we can look and say part of the Jamaican tourism model is it taking advantage of the Jamaican hospitality and generosity. So is tourism, is the way how we know tourism, is it taking advantage of the Jamaican people hospitality and generosity? Of course. We now have to ask when we look and see how the Jamaica Tourist Board, which is the JTB, Jamaica, when we look and see what them market Jamaica as, they market Jamaica as a friendly person. The government buy out all them buy them out. So we have to do it. We have to do it. Because the whole of them get buy out. The whole of, yeah man. And this, so big up yourself. We have to do it. Because nowadays we have to do it for self. We have to do it for self because we not see the last time Miss Diane Jackson, I have her as a credible journalist. Some people say she get compromised. But when we see Miss Diane Jackson, she are worried about what they go on over Trinidad with the CCJ. Not tourism, but the corrupt. But everything, everything, we have to look on it in its entirety. We have to look upon it in its entirety. And what are the effects and the implications? Because the loss of beaches where Jamaica they experience, the loss of not being able to enjoy Jamaican natural resources, the places where Jamaicans are able to live, it all comes back to tourism. So even though we're not tourism, but it is actually tourism is the root cause of the problem. And if you stick with me long enough, I'm going to show you, say, it is not only unique to Jamaica, because Costa Rica had the problem, Hawaii had the problem, Barcelona in Spain had the problem, many other countries has the problem. But the people have to stand up, and the government, the people have to stand up to the government. Right? The people have to stand up to the government, and the government have to listen to the people. But because them seems to think we are Jamaican and we don't have no right, them no respect we, them no care about we, because them see us as ignobled. As them say, you govern the nobled nobledly, and you govern the ignobled ignobledly. That's why them like when Jamaican people behave violent and behave illiterate, so then them can deal with us in the same manner. So if we turn up to them with the knowledge, with the expertise, and with the right conversation, then them have to treat us with respect. But if we sit on one side and a cuss and a fight and a cuss bad word and say Andrew Holness, bad mind, this is why we say no, we need a sense of people power. What does that look like in Jamaica? What does people power look like in Jamaica? It is organization. It is contribution. Right? So if we look at say Jamaica as something created an economic system where the friendliness and the culture of the ordinary Jamaicans are marketed to tourists, while control over some of the land, beaches, and tourism infrastructures remain concentrated elsewhere. So this is what they do. Jamaica has been marketed to the world as a friendly place. Jamaica has been marketed when they go out there and them sell They sell Jamaica to the world. It is a friendly place. It is a place where you can come and participate in the culture. It is a place where everybody is warm. Everybody is welcoming. But it is coming back home to bite Jamaican. Because as long as they keep on putting that picture out there, they're going to keep on. And America, I saw America do it. Remember, Hawaii, them do the same thing in Hawaii, Right? It's a Jamaica hospitality itself. That's a part of the tourism product. So our kindness, them go out there and them sell Jamaica hospitality as part of the tourism product. This is why ultimately we the people are in charge. We the people are in charge because it's a Jamaica people is a product. Let me read that again for those who are missing. Jamaica hospitality itself is part of the tourism product. The Jamaica personality, friendliness, music, food, culture, language, and willingness to welcome visitor is a major part of Jamaica itself and internationally. Right? So then we can realize, all right, we can realize we have a part to play in this. This is why from morning me I tell you say it breaks my heart to say because we don't want to have to become hostile. We don't want to have to become a show and civility. Right? True TV, big up yourself. Right? But if at the same time it a come at an expense, which part? We now no stake in our country. We now know where to live. We now know where to swim. We now know river for bathing. What are we going to do? Keep on being this welcoming country? Keep on being this kind and friendly country? So this is where the conversation was at. This is why we're trying to look and said, all right, respect, blessed love. Yeah, keep it friendly, keep it civil, because we gather over here. And the truth, we can't tell no lie. This is why I say we have to make sure we have the right conversation. It is easy. It is easy for Jamaican to say Andrew Holness bad mind. It's easy for Jamaica to be out there and say Cooper's pen, people are land thief. It is easy to say that. Those are the easy thing. Tourists them is realizing is the people them bring them back to the exactly. So that's why we say them market Jamaicans as part of the Jamaican experience, which they market Jamaican as the bigger part of the product, right? This is unquestionable. This is unquestionable, right? And valuable to Jamaica Tourist Board. So the country could generate up to US 4.3 billion from tourism, right? And that's a big part of that's a big part of the Jamaican. At the same time, how much is going back into the local community? I think we spoke about that earlier on when we said that because a lot of people come into Jamaica and they are not going over the hotel gate. I think they realize up to 50% of the income that could have been earned from tourism. So even though the people of Jamaica has been asked to sacrifice so much, they still get little in return because let's be honest, a lot of the communities are not benefiting from tourism. And Andrew is the bottom line is Andrew, is it true? But I understand what you mean by that, right? So with that come, I went to one of the free beach after the market. My God, amongst the garbage left there. No, we not listen. Stick. We can talk about the cleanse of the beach. We can talk about the facelift and the uplift of the beach. Jamaica, have what you call the UDCR. They are there. Like no, I don't think no Jamaican don't want the beaches fixed up. Like Jamaicans don't like live uncivilized. There was a time when Jamaican beach used to be maintained. Like every beach you go up on a Jamaica, they have a washroom. Even though there's some of them become dilapidated and stop getting maintained. Like, I think every Jamaican would like the government to invest in the beaches, the local beaches for Jamaicans. So we can't mix up it and make it sound like Jamaicans don't want good beach. They want good beach to swim in and they want a place to get a shower. And I don't think most Jamaicans would mind pay $200 hour and $300 or $400 as long as it's affordable. But we are talking about what is tourism as the product when them package the Jamaican people. So this is the unfairness of the tourism. Them go out there and them package tourism and build the Jamaican people in the product. Go out there and sell the product, and at the same time, the people them has been disenfranchised and marginalized in a them own country. And that is one of the greatest con they are running on Jamaica in 2026. So this is why we have to have the right conversation. He wasn't voting for whatever he want. The bottom line, Andrew, is a true Nara government. Anyway, so we talk about so we see Jamaica people are lose them beach access. So we see which part people are lose beaches. So if you look at this, people lose access to Miami Bay beaches, Little Duns River, Blue Lagoon, Bob Marley Beach. They lose. So it is there, right? These are some of the implications. These are some of the implications, and this is stemming from tourists because they need these beaches for tourism. So even though we've been asked to accept tourism, we've been asked to believe that tourism is a major income earner and the potential that tourism can bring to every Jamaican, we still have to accept the fact. And as I said, it is not unique to Jamaica. But as we go on, we're going to break it down and explain to you what other countries or what other island did. And only way Jamaicans going find back a place in them country is if them organize and elevate the conversation from the triviality. Elevate the conversation from the Prime Minister bad mind or the MP bad mind or the MP if you come look for me or no, this is a more serious conversation because if we don't push back, if Jamaica don't push back like Spain did, like Costa Rica did, like Hawaii did, like last time I met somebody who got to Hawaii, they said Hawaii was not a very friendly and welcoming place to visit because sometimes some people just have enough. Like not everybody want to welcome tourists because as we can see, that's part of the cost, especially in Jamaica. People is getting run off a beach. Fishermen can't go find beach for swimming at to go fishing to earn for them family. Like so what's supposed to happen? Especially when you know fishing all your life. What you supposed to do tomorrow? Right? What you supposed to do tomorrow when you've been fishing on a beach for 35 years? Chill on the beach, some of the people them down there for 35 years, 40 years. You've been running your shop, you've been self-employed for the past 30 years. Now the government ready for the land for tourism. You gotta go. Remember, it is important when you're coming on my life. It is important. I know some of you feel the need. I know some of you feel the need for the back and forth. But we always try to, we'd rather have one or two people who watch me than somebody just because we have to raise the conversation. No disrespect intended. We are not here to take shot because those are the things that's not going to help anybody. Providence to speak and let's listen. All right. And if you are listening and you're not learning and you're not finding value, because I guarantee you, maybe not everybody, maybe one person or two person want to hear what I have to say. All right. And that's coming from a very respectful place. Right, because that's why we turn on the phone. We're not really comfy. 200 and 300 people are just, I'd rather have one person. Because that's where we are as a people now. That's where we are as a people. And it is now all hands on deck. It is now all hands on deck. Because in case we cannot tell, we are losing our island. Hawaii faced a similar prospect. Costa Rica faced a similar prospect. Barcelona face a similar prospect. Thailand face a similar prospect. And the people have to come together. So even if I'm not, it doesn't have to be me, but I have to go organize ourselves as a community. So we don't want to be over here to talk about NARA and JLP and a bag of things and then nothing gets said, nothing gets learned. Are you with me? If you feel like tap the screen, I'm one of them person. I don't come for the likes, the shares, and the tapping of the screen. I genuinely don't come for that. I just want to make sure say I can get the message out to the people because I see too many people having the wrong conversation and the politicians are getting away. NARA, I don't fully equip on NARA. I think NARA was set up to help the hurricane victim. To my knowledge, the chief of NARA, the head of NARA is a way to Panama or one of them country to say is a way to do some study. Is a way to explore how they recover from hurricane. And we still have people at Jamaica waiting. But we understand what's happening because the people are waiting are the people who is not going to get any help because the Jamaica Labour Party said they can't give you house when you got no title. So a lot of things is going on in Jamaica. So let's just try to tackle it one thing at a time. Right? We understand this Prime Minister has got his people on this platform who is just out there and trying to cover for him and try to make him look like he's doing good. All right? So we have to just have a conversation and try to explain to people so we can see tourism different. Because a lot of us has been led to believe that tourism is the savior for Jamaica. But part of the problem we are seeing in Jamaica, tourism is the cause. Right? A lot of us have been brainwashed and think that tourism is the answer. But the misery, the disenfranchisement, the displacement, tourism is the driving factor. Right? So how do Jamaica deal with this? I did not say I'm an economist. I did not say I'm a blessed my friend, staff God. I did not say I'm an economist. You don't need to be an economist. Why do you think I need to be an economist to say tourism? Do you think so? When they run people off the beach, what do they do? You say what's happening at Cooper's Pen? What are they? Who own the land, or who is the land linked to, or what are they going to be doing there? So if you come and ask that question, I'm not here for people like you, right? We don't. Some of you people try to come over here and attack people and persons that is trying to shine a light on what's going on in Jamaica. There's a place for my voice. When I put up my video, people is saying, I did not know that, which encouraged me to keep on going on. And that's the beauty of the black button, you know. That's the beauty of blocking, you know. That's the beauty of blocking, you know. As a wise man say, in the abundance of water, the fool are go thirsty. In the abundance of water. No, disrespect me and just encourage me for block him. In the abundance of water, the fool are go thirsty. Right? Jamaican natural resources is used to create billions of dollars of tourist revenue, while communities that historically depends on the resources lose access. So do you understand what we're trying to get to? Like, this is what we're saying, right? So the question is, right, how can Jamaican natural resources be used to create billions of dollars of tourism revenue, while communities that historically depends on these resources lose access to them? You know, if you look further, right? You know, if you look further, it doesn't matter what them are. It doesn't. I don't think it's for car park. We know that Porsche seems to try to purchase 9 acres of land from the 300 acre, which should have left them with 291 acre. Now, if they were going to build a car park there, that would not be a problem. So there must go and be something otherwise than a car park. And that's why that 9 acres would have been so important. They don't need 9 acres to build a car park. So let's not come over here and mislead the people. As a matter of fact, we're not even talking about that tonight. We are trying to shine a light on the bigger problem, what we don't call the existential problem that Jamaica is being faced. We are trying to tell the Jamaican that your kindness has been exploited. So I don't want about if me catch you typing on my life, me I go put you on. If me catch your type, anybody type one more word, me rather me alone sit down over here. Me rather me alone. If you want to contribute, tap the screen and put up 1 and 2 like. But you see, if me catch your type one more word, me I go block you. Because someone will come to mislead black people, Pitney. Yes. Alright, me I give one more word. Alright, one more word. Me not tell you no. I'll give you one word. Listen to me. Me serious. Because what they go on at Jamaica, it requires a level of seriousness. It requires, because I want to do a Jamaica to destroy the people them. Who no bleach out and freak out, junk out, and them have them faculties. You understand me? So there's a place for my voice. There's a place for my voice. If you want to be disruptive, if you want a more interactive life where you and people go back and forth, me guarantee you it is peak time in Jamaica. You can find people who want that. Alright? So let's just listen. Me not take no personal. If me not get no like, no follow, no share, but just listen to what me have to say. Because our people are get exploited. Our kindness, our friendliness, our courteousness is getting extracted from us. and top are getting extracted, people is getting displaced. People is getting moved out from their own country. So, while we come over here and while we depend on social media, sometimes you know, just leave some people. If you don't want to hear it, you can go somewhere else. Blessed love. Alright? So, we have to ask the question. So, the major question, how can Jamaican natural resources be used to create billions of dollars of tourist revenue while communities that historically depend on these resources lose access to them? And we now have to look far. Right? We don't have to look far. Because we see which part people are say them up on the beach for 30 years, them lose them access. You see people say them up on the beach for 40 years. These are historic. These are history. Right? Jamaica tourist industry is operating on land and the coastal system and shaped by the colonial history 1956 Beach Control Act. So again, everywhere you go, you look, you still can't look far from the colonial. So anybody who wants to understand the 1956 Beach Access Act can go do them research on that, because we're there to educate you know, so you can understand where you're going. So this is why them still feel like say, because I think the way how the 1956 Beach Act is set up, the beach now belongs to Jamaica, none of the beach line. So that's why them can circumvent the people on the beach. And no matter how long you're on the beach, because you know technically they're on Jamaica land, you're on the Queen or the King land. You don't understand the injustice in our country. So that's why I tell you, so what they go on a Cooper's Pen now. What they go on a Cooper's Pen is more than just a handful of people live somewhere and get thrown off of the land. What they go on a Cooper's Pen, if we have any good people at Jamaica, because our media has been compromised. We don't see nobody pan Nationwide or the Gleaner. They get no kind of interview and have a more broader conversation. So down at Jamaica, we see the whole population a cannibalize upon itself. Right? A cannibalize upon itself and a eat up itself from inside out. Which the bigger problem is, the resources that belongs to the people has been taken away from the people, repurposed, repackaged, and sold. And if you want to look on it from an extreme point of view, we taken from Africa to come work the land, and now we've been displaced on the land to make place for them. So, what do you say about that? Right, so this is what we have to ask the question. Has Jamaican hospitality been turned into an economic asset that benefit the tourists, the investors, and the elite more than the communities whose culture and natural resources make the tourism product possible? See, sophisticated conversation. Sophisticated conversation we have. This is what you have to ask yourself. You know? So I want to tell you, so this is a question. Has Jamaican hospitality been turned into an economic asset that benefit the tourists, the investors, and the elite more than the communities whose culture and natural resources make the tourism product possible? Write it down, ponder it. Next time you're going to the hotel, write it down, ponder it, and think about it. And the answer is yes. Because if you go on the natural, every time the tourist board market Jamaica, is always a Jamaican smiling or some young Rasta man with him hair a flash and him teeth them white and him a smile. It's always about the people them. It's never about the beaches. The beaches and the scenery is always secondary. Go and always check the tourist board marketing thing where they send out to the world. It's always about the people. Being for a decade now, kiss me teeth. Now we can't kiss with teeth now, we have to get into the battlefield. We have to get, that's why we come to have the right conversation. Because a lot of Jamaicans not having the right conversation, and that's a bigger problem. We just not having the right conversation, because we see where people are bring it down to PNP versus Labour, right? We see which part people are say Andrew Holness bad mind. We see which part people are say the Cooper's Pen people are land thief. But when you look on it in its entirety, it is a bigger problem. It is a systematical problem. And then we have a more exploitation problem. Is the people of Jamaica be exploited? is, and this is the question you have to ask yourself, is my kindness, is my warmth, is my friendliness? Because we now have to ask if Jamaican culture is being exploited, you know. A matter of fact, the tourists, them now have to come to Jamaica to exploit Jamaica culture. You just need to go up on social media. It's like there is no other culture in the world. Like, sometimes your blessing can become a curse. And I feel like Jamaica is in that unique position where Jamaica blessing has become a curse. Yeah. And we are back. So, here's the uncomfortable truth. So we talk about the Beach Act. That's why them can always come push off the government in. Sell out the people at Cooper's Pen, and we need to stop that to help the people. As I said, if you see me for the first time, it's Cooper's Pen. There's more Cooper's Pen in Jamaica. I feel like, remember, we have up to 600,000 to 900,000 Jamaicans in similar position like the Cooper's Pen. So even tonight conversation, it might not seem as if we are talking about Cooper's Pen, but we are actually talking about Cooper's Pen, because they want Jamaica to build up a lot of hotel. They want Jamaica to do a lot of investment, because Jamaica, if you notice, them always are going to build one 2,000 hotel room. Like, Jamaica is a product. So we have to allow ourselves. We have to make sure so we have the right conversation. So even though it don't sound like we are talking about Cooper's Pen, we are speaking about Cooper's Pen, because we are talking about what do they need the island for, and who is a part of that product unknowingly or unwillingly, right? So some questions we have to ask. Who own the land? So we know say Jamaica no own no land in their country. We know say the politician them own the land and then sell the land to the investors, and as soon as them sell the land, no matter if they depend on the land 20 years or 30 years. So we know that for a fact, because we see people are come out and say them depend on the land for 30 years, 40 years undisturbed. But as soon as the investors turn up with the American dollars, we know clearly that, okay, it's the government own the land. The government has never done a land drive. The government, and this is why if you missed my live last night, you can go up on my YouTube channel and you can watch that. We talk about coming out of emancipation. What should the government do for the people to make sure so the Jamaican people get a piece of Jamaica? Everybody get compensated for slavery apart from Jamaicans. Jamaicans has never been compensated, right? So we can say who control the beaches. We know nowadays, like so we know for a fact that the investors them come down, them buy the land, them buy. I think Jamaica is probably the #1 Caribbean which part the locals don't have access to them beach. Because me have family members who live at Cayman, and no matter what hotel build up, you can walk through the hotel and go on a beach. Now, for whatever reason, them not allow, them not afford Jamaicans the same courtesy, because I guess them just say think we are Jamaicans and we deserve to be treated less than, or we are nothing to them, or we are just disposable, or we are dispensable. So this is why we are telling you now, if you never see me before, we are open up your eyes and ask you to ask yourself, as a Jamaican, is our kindness, is our hospitality, is our courtesy, is our culture, is that one of the things that's opening us up to being exploited? Because make no mistake about it, you are being exploited. Because them look down at Jamaica and say, all right, the people them nice, the people them friendly, and then them have I saw investors look up at them build them hotel, you know. Them now go build them hotel in some place where the people them not nice and courteous. Because if tourists go, remember you have some place in Africa when they try to build hotel and you know work out down there. You have some place when they try to build hotel in the world and you know work out. Because guess what? The people them are just not friendly and kind and intelligent and courteous. That's why them always say, every time a tourist talk about Jamaica, if you see it on social media all the while, these people, they don't know anything about being prejudiced. They are so nice, they are so kind, they are so friendly. But what's happening to Jamaican behind that? But we have to demand a stop to it. That's why if you see me live this morning, we are telling us if we have to go back to guerrilla warfare, if we have to become hostile towards tourists, then them have to get the message somewhere. But if we do not know that this is what's happening and keep on trivialize the conversation to, okay, Andrew Holness bad mind, or a dirty labor rights sell the land, or a dirty PNP sell the land, or them a land thief. These are trivial conversation. So that's why we have to take out the phone and say, all right, I feel like I'm here the only one to shape it in a the broader context or put it in a the right perspective. Because I never know that Jamaica not have no credible journalists. It look like from Ian Boy and dead. It look like from Ian Boy and dead journalism dead at Jamaica. Because there's a bigger conversation we're supposed to come out of Cooper's pen. There's a big conversation we're supposed to come out of Cooper's pen. And I don't hear nobody having the conversation. The Prime Minister sit down and the Prime Minister stand up and say out of his mouth, in Jamaica, you have up to 600,000 Jamaican. That's why I say no. I mean, say it already and say it again. Politicians always are going to inflate the number. Politicians are going to either inflate the number if it look good or deflate the number if it look. What am I going to do? Inflate the number or deflate it based on the position where them depend. You understand? Murty Perkins dead long time, so we're not no good journalists. But why didn't somebody ask Andrew Holness, if you know that we have 600,000 Jamaican living in similar situation like Cooper's pen, what do you plan to do to fix it? Because it's not a matter of fact, they don't care nowadays. Remember, you know, just how much days ago we have Cooper's pen the 11th of August, and people wake up today, what, the 19th of August, at the 20th of August, which part me there, and people wake up down a chiller on it to more eviction notice. People that's been on land for 20 and 30 years, right? So we have to ask it. So we know that the beach control, we are lose the beach control. Our local fishermen and vendors being displaced. So these are the byproduct of tourism, you know. So are the local fishermen and vendors being displaced? And we can categorically say yes, because what's a fisherman without a beach? When you go run some fishermen off at the beach now, Andrew Holness, and you not give them no sec, you not retrain them. So how them are going to make a living? What do you tell a fisherman down a chiller on the beach where get a notice, in no beach you put in boat pan, in a matter of fact, there's limited space in that the vicinity. So what do you tell these people, Andrew Holness? What do you tell them that? You choose tourism. You choose tourism. You choose you cannot have investment in our country and it come at the expense of people. That's not investment. That's disenfranchisement. That's looking at 100. I would like to think Jamaica have about maybe a couple. They have never released the numbers of how many fishermen Jamaica have. But I'd like to think Jamaica have about a good 300 to 400,000. I would like to think about a good quarter of Jamaica populations are fishermen. And they are fast running out of beaches. They are fast running out of beaches that they can actually fish on. So our local fishermen and vendors being displaced. Now we see somebody come and we see them shop get other day me I watch TVJ. Me see one guy have to broke off the lock off in business place because them go there and put different lock pan in business place, lock him out in business place. No Jamaicans have meaningful access to natural resources being marketed to tourism. Think about it. No, like seriously. You like look how beautiful Duns River is. And a matter of fact, you go up a Duns River, then you want you up there's a black people. And last time me go to Duns River, me have to cuss too bad word. Because them are going to tell me, say me if you show me ID. And you look upon me just come from down the road. You go look upon me and say, I don't know. I could not believe the last time me go Duns River. Them are come cheat me and go. I mean, I say, where you going with? If you can't tell me a Jamaican in my country, then what hope me have? What hope me have out in the world? So these are some of the byproducts, right? Jamaicans have meaningful access to the natural resources being marketed to tourists. And ultimately, who is getting richer from the Jamaican hospitality? And we talk about the Jamaican hospitality, we are talking about you. Me I talk about you where they go smile. Me I go talk about you because ultimately, who is getting richer from your hospitality? Jamaica is not unique. So this is why we are saying now, Jamaica is not unique to this problem. Other places have faced very similar problem. If you want to see me for the first time, this is how I do up on this platform, alright? And it's brought to you by Top Farm. We're not here to curse too bad word and act subhuman. Alright? I try to bring some meaningful and have the right conversation so them can know say somebody out there is on to them. Because we can't make them get away scotch-free. We cannot come over here and say Andrew Holness had this and Andrew Holness bad mind. Because guess what? Everything have its place and every place have its thing. And as long as we are categorized it as labor right versus PNP land thief, and we are categorized it as the Prime Minister bad mind, they will keep on do what they are doing. But somebody like me I come out and say, this is what is happening. Our kindness, our hospitality, our friendliness, our culture has been weaponized against us. Now you can't come and talk to me if you're checking me. If you're checking me, talk to me. No, this is commercial break. Talk to me and tell me where you're watching me from. Because you rather have 10 people are watching where I get some value. So you can go back out and spread it in the community. Jamaica is not unique to this problem. Other places have faced a very similar problem. Tourism brings jobs. Blessed from Florida, right? Foreign exchange, but communities can eventually feel that their land, their coastline, their culture, their housing are being used to create a tourism product that they themselves cannot fully enjoy or control. Philadelphia in the house, big up on yourself. Because I know America, I know so this could not happen in America. Because remember, if you look on the very, alright, look on Airbnb. Let me take you up on a journey. Look on Airbnb. Part of the headwind where Airbnb are faced right now, you know, and because Airbnb is creating problems for cities. Airbnb has inadvertently, big words, Airbnb has inadvertently create housing crisis from many countries. So every country, that's why Airbnb is no longer the booming company, because it's facing a lot of headwinds, because a lot of major cities are like, you can't do Airbnb here because the fact that you know do Airbnb, it are bringing too much tourists, and too much tourists are put a squeeze upon the housing. So this is why I tell you, so you can't make them get up and have a smile. Yeah man, no problem man, Irie man. Sometimes we have to go protest in front of the hotel and tell the tourists that we are part of the problem. Keep $1 and $2 until we come to a meaningful agreement and understanding that yes, you can bring tourists come to the country, but you can't run me off of my land to put tourists there. You can bring tourists come to the country, but me still want to swim. You can bring tourists come to the country, but me still want to go on my river. I wonder if you understand. I feel like understand me, I say no man. Because that's a part of the problem of Jamaica. They are only taking from the soil and they are taking from the people. And nobody seems to be standing up for the people. This is why I said tourism brings jobs. It brings foreign exchange. But communities can eventually feel that their land, the coastline, the culture, and the housing are being used to create a tourism product that they themselves cannot fully enjoy or control. You know, so I'm tired. I'm not go full 100 and I'm tired. I want to tell you I'm tired, but I still come on the battlefield. But we have to do it. Somebody have to do it. If I tell yourself, because from week, I work and I rest my voice. You know when I go full 100. Because when you show TikTok, send people coming up. But I not show tonight. I feel like I just deliver it for more control. You understand me? So some countries, so this is what we tell you about earlier on. Some countries experience what Jamaica is experiencing. But you never hear them out there say the Hawaii Prime Minister bad mind. Or you never hear them say the President of Costa Rica bad mind. Or the President of Spain bad mind. Or the President of Barcelona. Let's elevate our mind, Jamaica. So some countries that experience what Jamaica is actually experiencing. We talk about experience that their country was used to create a tourism product that was denying them of the access to their natural resources, such as their beaches, etc., etc. So we talk about Hawaii. What did they do? They had to organize community groups and protest development, use public hearing, and change development through the legal means. So they have to challenge development. So when you say them are going to build one 2,000 room hotel, but Jamaica we not organize. We not no organization. Like when you say them are going to build one 2,000 hotel room, you're challenging. Maybe the community and the infrastructure, as much as it might seem, but maybe your community can't take a 2,000 hotel room infrastructure, right? The people is not the problem. The government, I think, I think the people is the problem because they have not educated themselves. This is why Bob Marley say you have to emancipate yourself from mental slavery. So we can't sit on the sideline and say, well, the government are the problem. The people are the problem because they have not figured a way to understand and let the government know that you serve at our leisure. The people feel like they serve at the government leisure. So that's why people willing to trivialize important things to bad mind and labor right and PNP. All when labor right suffer and PNP suffer. Because them just feel like that's their guy. And they are there to serve their guy. Just like a lot of people who come and defend Andrew Holness full-throatedly, full-heartedly. But the big question is Andrew Holness fighting for you like how you fighting for him? You understand where I come from? Yeah, so the question, this is the question. Is Andrew Holness fighting for you like how you fighting for him? Now, when you go into your car, if you're constantly at odds with the police officer, if you can't go use your local beach, you can't go your local river, then clearly your prime minister is not fighting for you. That means your prime minister is fighting against you, because anybody who are run these departments supposed to take it to the prime minister and said, this investor want to develop this piece of land, but we have a community of 500,000 or 200,000 that depend on that. We have 20,000 fishermen or we have 10,000 fishermen that use that beach to fish. This is how your prime minister have to say, you know what, let's meet with the people, let's see what the people want to do. Don't let the prime minister just come and put up a notice and you say, shit, I've been fishing that beach for 20 years. My family income is wrapped up there. So them tell you if you take up your boat, you can't go back on the boat. You can't. So what do you, so that these are the conversations we have to have. It's not about, it's maybe you have to put on your mental traction. What's there to keep up with? What's there to keep up with? If you can't keep up with me, then that show me that your brain has not fully developed. But if me that come and talk about sex and everything, I guarantee you'll be able to keep up. But these are some of the problems some of us have. We are not able to keep up with the intellectual conversation. But come over here and talk about triviality and slackness and immorality, then your brain is fired up. So if you can't keep up, then you can go stage left. Because I'm merely explaining some of the effects that tourism is having on Jamaica. And I'm actually telling the people in that it's full time they stop feel like they are serving at the base of the prime minister. The prime minister is there to serve you. And I said that if somebody approach Jamaica and said they want to invest in Jamaica, they want to build a 20,000 hotel room, is that a case of the prime minister jump up and see money? The prime minister have to look on the community. Who depends on the community? What are the benefits? But every benefit comes with a disadvantage. There's no point you're going build a hotel and you're going to displace your people them. That not sound fair. Maybe them have to go build the hotel somewhere else. So you have to fight for your people. So what you going to do? When you see them go up on a beach now, you look on one, you look as far as the eye can see, you look on 200 boats. That means that's 200 fishermen. And that's probably 200 family that those fishermen feed. We never leave chat. That is it, I mean. You are right. Oh, you're okay. Big up yourself. I don't take it personal. Because sometimes I feel like, so that's why sometimes, because sometimes I feel like in the mood, because you see some people, they just want to attack when you try to do the right thing. So you understand me? So hopefully that kind of clear it up. Because the prime minister know every investment you have to take. Because some investment are coming with displacement. Now 200 fishermen, chances are translate to 200 families. And in that family, you might have 1 and 2 pitney. So those families all get severely affected. But this is why we have to say, all right, we have to look and say, this is our summer. And don't get me wrong, them all keep on and come and tell us, say, Jamaica need tourism, Jamaica need tourism. But the people need access to Jamaica. The people need place to live. The people need place to swim. The people need them country. All right? So Costa Rica face the same problem. or similar problem, right? Over the coast, over the resources and everything. Thailand faced the same problem. Eventually restrict tourism, right? So these are the problem that they face. But this is what Thailand did. Thailand restrict tourism. Spain said enough. So the people of Spain had to protest because they face the same thing, and they said enough, right? Barcelona, I think nowadays to go Spain, you can't just get up and go Spain as a tourist. You have to prove you have enough money, and they don't make it as easy as for you to go to Spain, because you have some place which part tourism was really, because tourism come with this one problem, you know. Tourism is people. Tourism is not theory. Tourism come with its own problem. Tourism, I use water, it I use light, it I use road. Tourism come with its own problem. We need to protect all of it. Yeah, we protect, but don't get me wrong. Sometimes you have to make way for investment, but at what point? So we're not going to sit down here and sound anti-investment. We're not going to sit down here and sound anti-investment, but we can't have a situation where the government not thinking about the people. And for what I can see over the past couple of months, the current administration is not thinking about the people of Jamaica. So Barcelona eliminate approximately 10,000 tourist apartment. So this is why I tell you, so I try to do a little bit of reading before me come. Can you notice me touch on Airbnb and tell you say Airbnb was putting a lot of major city under strain. And everybody welcome tourists nowadays, you know. Yes, tourism is good. Tourism is great. Every country wants tourism, but at the same time, when we have out of control tourism, I think at one point Jamaica welcome up to 4 million. How much tourists? 4.3 million visitors. So this is why you can see say they want as much land and they want as much beaches. Because that's a lot of people, you know. 4.3 million. That's a lot of people. Like Jamaica is an island. Jamaica is an island. Jamaica have 2.7 million people. And look, we have 4.3 million people coming in our country. That's them are use up resources. Them are use up water. Them are use up light. Them are use up. So them still are come with them one problem. So this is why Barcelona eliminate 10,000 tourist apartment and license by 2026 and introduce higher tourism tax. So Barcelona, so if you want to come to Barcelona, you have to go pay higher tourism tax, right? So what we are trying to do, tourism. So then say them welcome tourism. So the message Barcelona was sending, message to tourism, you're welcome, but residents have rights as well. So this is why we want to send to Andrew Holness and Ed Bartlett and whoever the minister. You can't forget that the Jamaica people have rights. Just like what Barcelona said, the message they are sending to tourists. You are welcome, but our people, 27 million over the past and still, yeah, because they keep on analyzing each other, innit? That's why this population keep on staying where it is, innit? And then we have what you call it, like people left, migration and all that. So again, you don't need every Jamaican to come together. Right? And this is why we start off with the Bible verse, said John 13, verse 34. A new command I give to you, love one another as I've loved you, or so you must love one another. And if we love one another, if we can band together, form community together, and organize and go to the government as a collective. We have to find a way to go to the government as a collective. Hospitality and generosity. I don't know if it's a case of we can't continue like that anymore, but now you know. What do you do with it? What's going on in Jamaica? This whole displacement, the loss of the access to the beaches and the loss of access to Jamaica national resources, to see one set of people only profiting because they are making billions of dollars in terms of foreign exchange of the natural resources, the beaches, the rivers, the sceneries of Jamaica. Only one set of people, and oftentimes they are non-Jamaicans. Right? And this is the offspring of uncontrolled tourism, or a system which part the government just lie to the people and be like, tourism is good. Tourism is bringing this, tourism is bringing that. But every action have an equal and opposite reaction. So once we see the opposite reaction of tourism, as the singer would say, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with families that get displaced? Are you satisfied with people that fish on a beach for 20, 30, 40 years? 200 fishermen, 100 fishermen getting work. That's like you going to your job tomorrow, you're being told you're being made redundant. Because if you find a next beach, they're coming down there 6 months, 7 months time. They're coming to do the same thing. Alright? So we said Jamaica has created a system, has sometimes created a system and an economic systems where the people them is the product and the people are getting exploited. There's no better way to put it. Alright? We have a great culture, right? They market it to the tourism while control over some of the land and the beaches and tourism infrastructure remains concentrated in a select few. Alright? So the Jamaica hospitality itself. Respect, my friend. So we just run through the key points to the people them. So we look at the Jamaica hospitality itself. Part of the tourism product. We are the product. So we have to stop being the product. Even for a short period of time. Alright? So we have this. So and again we say it's not unique to Jamaica. So we have to look and see what did Hawaii did. What did a country like Spain did. What did Costa Rica did? What did Thailand did? So as soon as we stop trivialize the seriousness and say Andrew Holness bad mind or Andrew a wicked, yeah, him a wicked and him bad mind, or a PNP or a labor right, it's a bigger problem. It's a problem which part the Jamaican people has been wrapped up into a product that is so lucrative, a product with 4.3 million tourists come to Jamaica last year or the previous year, and they are looking and saying that we projected a 20 or 30 or a 40% increase. So for this increase, we need an extra 2,000 or 4,000 hotel room. So with wanting to get that extra 2,000 or 4,000 hotel room, we have to displace these people that's occupying this land for the past 20 years, 30 years. If we build this hotel room, we need some beaches for the tourists. So they turn up to the beaches that Jamaica family has built business. Like we can't displace a person who have a jerk center, a person where they run a lucrative, if you come live off a $1 and $2 tip. And Joe, sometimes you have to cost them for gold. Sometimes I have the enemy want to cost them, and me probably come back and not cost them. You can't want to remove somebody where have a jerk center or run a lucrative business if you come live and dance for $2. You would have give a good advice to, yeah, but I merely want to give my people advice. What them do with the advice, it's up to them. In the abundance of water, the fool will thirsty. And I hope say even one person can understand what me I try to say. Because we as people, we have to learn the importance of conversation. And we have to cut out the trivial conversation. The conversation where I come tell you, say, the Prime Minister bad mind. The conversation where I come tell you, say, a labor writer or a dirty PNP, and we back and forth at each other. That's why Bob Marley say, when you want some food, your brother become your enemy. Like nowadays, no Jamaicans are enemy. That's why I give you the Bible verse. Because I don't come unless me I come from a spiritual realms, you know. Because this morning in meditation in John 13 verse 34. A new command I give you. Love one another as I have loved you. So must you love one another. I'm going to tell you there's a difference between a request and a command. We're not going to see a better Jamaica till we start love one another. I tell you all the while. The Creator don't make no request, you know. The Creator never make a request, you know. You see, when the Creator give you something as a command, they give you, you know. And this is why Jamaica is the way it is. Because we don't love one another no more. If you listen to the conversation and the vitriol and the hate and the marginalization, and I'm better than you because I was able to buy half acre land and you are land thief and you are worthlessness and you want something for nothing. That's not coming from a good place. That's why I tell you, say, God, if you check out the Bible, God never make a request, you know. He might make a command. He might tell you, say. So only thing I go save Jamaica, love for one another. Love, organize, centralize, and take on the system. Because the system organize. Look up a Cooper's pen. It take a level of organization, you know. For them organize so much police. It take a level of organization for them organize a digger company. Bring down the digger them on flatbed. Bring the police them. Take up the police them, no say them run them scenario. We are going to take up the 20 or 30 man in the house. And it take a level of organization and and coercion, you know. So this is why we have to tell you, say, so when you see me come, but I feel like me come on the battlefield empty-handed. God give me a message to you know. I don't know how long he will give me the message to you know. But John 13 verse 34, a new command. You hear that? Because him already tell us if you love your neighbor, you know. Remember him tell you if you love your neighbor. So could I say, remember me tell you if you love your neighbor, he say me I give you a new command. Love one another. Love one another. I give you. Love one another as I have loved you, so you must love one another. Just like how me love you, love one another. And me tell you, say, that's a command. And anybody you give a command. That's why when a police give, remember, you know, a serious police now make no request, you know. A serious police a command you, stop, put up your hand in the air. That's the importance of understand the Bible and realize that a serious thing, this is the only way out of this. The only way Costa Rica and Hawaii and Thailand when able and Spain when able to take back their country because them see them brother in the same system as them. Them see them brother face the same oppression. But unfortunately, when we look at Jamaica, some people convince themselves that them now get oppressed. And them the same beach where your brother can use, you know, and the same beach you can use, you know, the same river where your brother can swim in, you know, and the same river where you can, whether you're a labor right or you're a PNP, the same oppression. But you convince yourself, say, it is bearable, it is palatable because of your party in a power. You only start complaining after election, and if unfortunately your party lose power, then you start remember, you know, the same oppression that you were comfortable with 3 years ago, 4 years ago, it start becoming a problem when your party is no longer in a power. You're delusional. So when we come, we just come to have a conversation, whether one people or two people, what me enlighten some people and shine a light on what go on at Jamaica. And said, all right, yeah, 4.3 million tourists come to Jamaica. They are looking at the numbers. They are running the numbers. They see that they can increase that number. They can increase that number because guess what? Tourists is coming to Jamaica. Tourists feel safe. Tourists feel like when they come to Jamaica, they're welcoming. Then nobody no. So them I realize that we can turn 4.3 into 6.3 million tourists within the next 3 to 4 years. So guess what? We are gonna need rooms. And we need rooms and we need beaches. So they take away everything from the regular Jamaican and squeeze the regular Jamaican. So the question we have to ask, as Jamaican hospitality turn into an economic asset that benefits tourists, investors, elites more than the communities whose culture and natural resources make tourism product possible. And that's the truth. Alright? Stay blessed, stay switched on, alright? Stay blessed and stay switched on. And if you see me for the first time, that's what we do on this platform. Meaningful conversation. Alright? And if you will post the video on YouTube, and if you want to support the movement, check out www.topfarmery.com. We can't stress it enough. Anytime we come out, we don't really come out for the boogie yaga and the back and forth and the arguing, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to just take a seat and listen, you know what I mean, and see what can I learn here today, and what can I pick up from this live. And if you not learn nothing new, then don't waste your time. That's you being disingenuous to yourself. But if you learn something, just grab a seat and listen. Top farm. Close it down.